Alright. Welcome to my live stream. It's been a while since I've been up. This is my first Digimon live stream I'm bringing up here on my channel. At least for the card game. I already have some gameplay for the Cyber Sleuth games. But here we're going to be playing the Digimon card game tutorial app. The pre-sale for the card game, it's today. Right now it's like 4:36 a.m. and the game will come out in less than 3 hours. At least for my LGS. So my LGS will open in like 3 hours or so, and I can go pick up my boxes. I also have a box battle duo with other streamers later today at 6 p.m. So that will be a second stream I'll be having today. And happy Thanksgiving to anybody that's been watching and exploring this. Alright, so let's get started with this game. Let's see here. I already played through this on my phone. I'm doing right now the BlueStacks version of it, just to get that through the stream. I'm also gonna record this, so it will be over on YouTube. So let's go through the tutorial. I think I have to go through the first instructions. I think it's like 3 parts or 4 parts before you can actually play through the half decks. These are not complete decks for the card game. I think they do red, blue, and then yellow, or yellow and then blue. But yeah, let's get through the game and see if we can get through those half decks faster, so we can get some actual better gameplay rather than the tutorial that they give you. Alright, tutorial number 1. So you have like us on Facebook, official website. I don't think there's anything on the settings to change it. Just sound effects, audio. So yeah, let's get through this real quick. Begin tutorial 1. Battle start. Tutorial 1. In this tutorial, you'll learn the basics of the Digimon card game. This includes playing Digimon, Digivolving, and breeding. Now, I always found it interesting how in this tutorial they have the breeding area down in the middle instead of on the far left, which is where we have it on the playmats. The draw phase. In this draw phase, you draw 1 card from your deck. However, the player that goes first can draw on their first turn. I'm guessing I'm gonna be first. So we jump over to the breeding phase, which is gonna be like your starting phase, right after you draw. During the breeding phase, you can do one of the following. Place 1 card from the Digi-Egg or the Digi-Egg deck face up in the breeding area. This is called hatching a Digi-Egg. Move a level 3 or higher demon from the breeding area to the battle area, or do nothing. So obviously we want to play our eggs, because I think as long as you have a Digitama, you are able to play option cards of that color. This is still not on the rules, but the rule says as long as there's a card on the field. Normally Digitamas are not affected because as long as you're in the breeding area. But we could try it out once we have the half deck portion. Let's see. This time let's hatch a Digi-Egg. Place 1 Digi-Egg card from your Digi-Egg deck face up in the breeding area. Alright. Just gonna click on that. The breeding phase. Hash Digimon are level 2. If you later devolve them to level 3 or higher, you can move them to the battle area during the breeding phase. Yep. The evolution. De-evolving a Digimon causes it to become 1 level higher than it was. Let's de-evolve the Koromon in the breeding area. The de-evolution condition of the level 3 Agumon in your hand are that it must be de-evolved onto a red level 2 Digimon. It has memory cost of 0. Koromon is red and level 2, so it meets those conditions. So yeah, you will see those conditions on the second section here of the card, so not the first number you see. Let's put that there. The merits of Digivolution. Take the Agumon in your hand, yeah we did that, and we'll place it on the Koromon to Digivolve it. When you do, you get to draw 1 card from your deck as the evolution bonus, so every time you Digivolve, you draw a card. Which is a great mechanic, seeing how it speeds up the game. Alright, try playing cards. So try playing the Digimon in your hand. In order to play Digimon, you have to pay its play cost. Place the Digimon in your hand in the battle area and pay its play cost, which is the top left. So it's not the evolution cost, but the top plate cost. In order to pay memory cost, you move the memory counter that many spaces away from your side of the memory gauge. As long as you can pay the memory cost, you can play powerful level 5 or 6 Digimon if you want. Is it gonna let us? No, it's not. So let's play the Digimon here. Digimon played from your hand can't attack that turn, so they have Summon and Sickness. And it's opponent's turn, because the counter, yeah. So once the counter goes past the 0, it ends up being the opponent's turn. If you do play cards that give you counters back to you after you went past the line of 0, you can still keep playing on your turn, by the way. So your turn ends if the memory counter moves to the 1 or higher on your opponent's side of the memory gauge. If you use lots of high cost cards, you're giving your opponent more memory to use during their next turn. So you usually want to give them about 1 or 2, not too much. Alright, put some Gomamon. Okay, so my turn. So we draw, because this is not the first turn anymore, so I get to draw a card now. So try moving a Digimon from the breeding area to the battle area. Since Agumon is level 3, it can be moved to the battle area. And you can also keep them there if you want, but since this is the tutorial, we're just gonna move them now. I want the Himo here, but okay. Moving cards from the breeding area, there is no memory cost for moving Digimon from the breeding area. Moving Digimon in this way does not count as playing them. So the Digimon you moved can attack that turn, so there's no Summon Sickness when it comes from the breeding area. Digimon moves to the battle area can't be returned to the breeding area. Yep, once you grow up, you gotta go be an adult somewhere. You can de-evolve from the battle area as well. Try de-evolving the Digimon into Quartermon. So that's from level 3 to level 4. And it costs 2. Take the Quartermon in your hand, place it on top of Digimon, then pay the required memory cost. Draw 1 card as the evolution bonus, and the evolution is complete. The evolution doesn't count as playing the card, so the de-evolve card can attack that turn. However, if you play a Digimon from your hand, then de-evolve that card, it still can't attack that turn. So the Digimon that you play itself will inherit the sickness whether it was played before or not. And that's it for part 1 of the tutorial. Alright, so let's do tutorial 2. In this tutorial, we'll be going over the basics of battle, victory conditions, get rid of all cards in your opponent's security stack, then attack them directly. That's what you should be aiming to do in your battles. And looks like they changed your security stack to 3 rather than 5, which is what we normally have. Alright, main phase. Now then, it's time to attack your opponent. You attack by taking one of your upright or unsuspended cards and rotating it sideways so that it is suspended. Suspend your Agumon card to declare an attack. You can attack your opponent or any of your suspended Digimon. Right now your opponent doesn't have any suspended Digimon, so you'll attack your opponent directly. We just drag and drop here. Nice. So when you attack a player, you perform a check on one of their security cards. The card you reveal was Hammer Spark, an option card. So when you break the security cards, they have an ability at the bottom of the card. At least some of them have it, not the Digimons don't have that. But they will have the ability on the top. When a card with a security effect is revealed by a security check, the effect activates. Hammer Spark's security effect is gain 2 memory. So that would be the effect that applies to the opponent in this case. So the memory counter will move 2 spaces to the right, which is for my opponent. And that will end my turn because it ends up in the 1. The memory counter moves to 1 or higher your opponent's side of the memory gauge, it will become their turn once the attack is over. Once a security card activates the security effect, it's placed in its owner's trash. Security effects do not require a memory cost to activate, so yeah, it just activates the effect, you play it, and then you continue depending on where the gauge ends up. So So draw, breeding phase. He already has the Digitama, so he's not gonna breed again. You can only have one Digitama at a time. So he's attacking me, and now we have a Cordramon, which is a blocker. Time to block one of your opponent's attack. Blocking is defending against one of your opponent's attacks with a Digimon that has the blocker skill. Suspend Cordramon and declare that you're blocking. Using block switches the target of the attack to the one with blocker, and the two Digimon do battle. Blocking is an important technique to protect your security attack or important Digimon. It's kind of interesting that the first thing they teach you is how to block, but I guess that's the first interaction you will have between Digimon attacking another Digimon, seeing how blockers are pretty common. Well, common is relative because there's only about 4 blockers per color at the moment, except for blue, which in 1.0 it has more than one color, or more than one card because it has Monmon. So block the attack, yes. So we click Cordramon, so we will direct the attack towards Cordramon. In battles, you compare the DP or Digimon power of both Digimon. The Digimon with the lowest DP loses, is deleted, and sent to its owner's trash. If the two Digimon have the same DP, it becomes a tie, and both Digimon are deleted. So in this case, I believe I'm stronger because it's Cordramon 6000 to his Gomamon's 3000. But now he's going to attack 4000 directly. I have no other blocker, so he breaks my... well, I was going to say break my shield, seeing how I play Dual Masters and Kaiuro. But in this case, it will do a security check, which will be my Biyomon of 3000. When a Digimon is revealed from a security stack, different to an option card, it becomes a security Digimon and does battle with your opponent's Digimon. If the attacking Digimon loses or the battle ends in a tie, it is deleted. That will apply to the opponent's Digimon in this case. Security Digimons are sent to their owner's trash, regardless of the outcome of the battle. Oops, I apologize. So that will be my Digimon since it's just a security Digimon. So he just shows his power, wins or loses, goes to the trash. Hopefully it wins. In this case it doesn't because Bearmon has 4000. Security Digimon differ from normal Digimon in that they can't activate any effects other than security effects and aren't affected by cards effects that will affect a normal Digimon. That's not entirely true, seeing how eventually in 1.5 we're gonna have Digimons that have security effects. And he evolves into Agumon. And Heart has the Tsunamon, is it? Alright, let's hatch a Digi Egg. Let's bring out another one. Oh. Okay. Evolve Koromon into Biyomon. Okay. Alright, evolve Biyomon into Bergamon because we have all this memory just to play. So since he hard cast the Tsunamon here, it gave us so much memory. It gave us 7, I believe. So we spent 2, so it drops to 5. And now we can spend 2 more and drop to 3. And we got another card. It's time to try out the option card, Shadow Wing. If you're using it from your hand, you activate its main effect. So on the top will be the main effect, and on the bottom it will be the security effect. In order to use an option card, you must have at least one Digimon of the same color, or one Tamer of the same color, in either your battle area or breeding area, and there's the confirmation. So it can be a Digitama in the breeding area, and it will still count. I think. Because it's probably just Digimon of the same color. I mean, does a Digitama count as a Digimon? Alright, so let's play this. Doesn't matter where you play, just activate it. Reveal the Shadow Wing in your hand and pay the memory cost of 1. Its main effect is one of your Digimon gets plus 3000 DP for the turn. So let's start your Agumon with this effect. So Agumon becomes 5000. With that, Agumon's DP went up by 3000 to a total of 5000. Once an option card is used, it's placed in its owner's trash. So you can attack your opponent's suspended Digimon, or you can attack them directly if you want. With Agumon all powered up, attack your opponent's suspended Bearmon. So let's do that per tutorial. If you attack another Digimon, as long as you aren't blocked by one of your opponent's other Digimon, the two Digimon will do battle. 5,000, you're 4,000, so you go boom. Digivolve Agumon into Greymon. So that's the cool thing, that although we just went into battle, there is no battle phase per se yet, such as you will see in most games. I will throw in Yu-Gi-Oh as an example, or even Duel Masters as an example, where once you go into the battle phase, you can't go anywhere back from that. You can't go back to your main phase. You would just go to the end phase of the turn. But in Digimon, your main phase is where you do battle, play cards, and so on. The only phase that's different to that would be the first phase, which is with your Digitama breeding phase. And well, I guess you start your turn, stand your cards, draw your card if it's not the first turn, and then you jump into the Digitama phase or breeding phase. So let's go into Greymon. As long as we have memory, we can keep playing as many cards. So Digivolve, and we draw a card every time we Digivolve. Oh, yeah, so in Digivolutions, so Digimons will inherit an ability from their previous form. Agumon has an inherited effect. These effects can be activated when they're on the field as a Digimon, and can only be activated when the Digimon becomes a Digivolution card. Only main effects that are on the top of the card can be used as the card itself, but any effect that's under the name, I guess you could say, those are only if you're de-evolved. Agumon's inherited effect is during your turn, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. So during your turn, Greymon will get an extra 1000 DP. The inherited effect applies even if you Digivolve Greymon again. By carefully choosing a Digimon with inherited effects to Digivolve with, you can breed an incredibly strong Digimon. When you want to check a card's inherited effect, tap and hold on it to check these details. You can Digivolve with suspended Digimon, but they will stay suspended even after the evolution. And since I already attacked my Agumon suspended, so Greymon will also be suspended. That means my opponent can attack him and kill him. And there's the card that we draw for the evolution. Time to play the Tamer card, Tai Kamiya. Tamer's cards have a continuous effect that benefit you as long as they're in play in the battle area. So they stay active throughout the battle area. So I believe Tai gives you 1000 DP. Only on your turn though. So yeah, all your Digimon gets plus 1000 DP, and that's only on my turn. Reveal the Takami in your hand, then play its play cost. Now because of its effect, all of your Digimon gain an additional 1000 DP during your turn. Digimon cards can't attack or block, but they can't be attacked by Digimon either. Also, if you have several copies of the same Tamer in play, their effect stacks, and that's pretty great, because if you have multiple ties, you can get 1000, 2000, 3000, up to 4000, since you can have 4 copies per card. On its turn. And he's gonna attack me directly. So I can block this, but I don't think that's a good idea right now. I mean, I don't mind him attacking. Can I choose not to? Looks like I'm not able to choose. Alright, so it looks like we have to block. So we lose the Quartermon, and then he attacks directly, and I have no blocker for that. Okay. So it was Greymon, so Greymon kills his Garurumon, since they both have the same power. So now it's my turn, and I get the 1000 DP from Agumon and the 1000 DP from Tai. This turn, you can't do anything during the breeding phase, so move on to the main phase. Right, so since I already have Birdramon on the breeding area, I can't just put another egg, I mentioned that earlier, since you can only have one Digimon on the breeding area at a time. So we move on to the main phase. On the main phase, we're gonna move the Birdramon out of the breeding area. But first, let's de-evolve Greymon into Metal Greymon. Now use Metal Greymon to attack your opponent. Are we attacking directly? Yes. Since I have Greymon as my Digivolution source, Greymon gives me one extra security check, so I get to do double damage to the security rather than just one. During this turn, declare you're passing the turn to your opponent. So when you still have memory and you pass your turn to your opponent, it will by default give them 3 memory. Normally you don't want to do that. Unless any card that you have is probably going to give them more memory, I guess. When you pass your turn, the memory counter moves to 3 on your opponent's side of the memory gauge, no matter how much memory you had left. Yep. Okay. This is gonna attack my security and Starlight Explosion, which makes all my security Digimon plus 7,000. Not that it matters since I have 0 right now. And he de-evolved into Metal Garurumon with 11k. So my turn, I get the 2000 DP for Agumon and for Tai. Breeding phase. So now we're gonna move the Birdramon out of the breeding area to the battle area. Now use Metal Greymon to attack your opponent. So my opponent still has 2 security checks, or stacks. So since I still have Greymon as one of my security. Where is it? Okay, so here. Since I still have Greymon, I get the ability which is security attack plus 1, so I get to do double damage. So I can break both of his security and then attack with Birdramon to finish the game and win. So let's do that. So security attack plus 1, so we check twice. Using the effect of security attack plus 1, you can perform checks on 2 of your opponent's security cards. When checking multiple security cards, make sure to check them one at a time. Yeah, so you check them one at a time just in case they have something that will completely change, such as ending your turn or giving him memory that will completely end your turn. If the Digimon you're attacking with is deleted or returned to your hand in the middle of the check ends there. A check will also end if your opponent has no security cards left. So yeah, that's a really interesting ruling where it's very strict to the turn of the first check. So when you pull up your first check, you need to apply all the effects that are meant to be applied there before checking your second check. Use Birdramon to attack your opponent. So let's just finish him off with that. And as you can see, it's all red because that means it's a finishing attack. And that's game. If you land an attack on your opponent when they have no security cards left, you win the game. So congratulations, you won. Now you can use the half decks to enjoy some battles. Clear. So the half decks, they're not the complete starter deck that you actually get when you purchase them. As you can see, it says you got the Gaia Red half deck, but the picture that they showed is the actual starter deck that you can go purchase today on your local game store. Which is great because they come with extra booster pack. So you can get that 12 extra cards from that. Alright, so here's the first half deck, which is red. You can confirm the decks to see the cards that are inside. So this comes with 3 Ties, 4 Coromons, 3 Starlight Explosions, 3 Shadow Wings, 3 Biyomon, 3 Agumon, 3 Birdramon, 3 Quartermons. We got 4 Metal Greymons, 1 Phoenixmon, and 1 War Greymon. So War Greymon is mainly the big boss in this deck. If you have for every 2 Digivolutions, he gets an extra security attack. This Phoenixmon, it's a vanilla card, so he has no abilities, but he does has a low cost to play, to evolve it, and to play it too. And he has a 12,000 DP. We have here Metal Greymon, which is the ultimate. It costs 3 to evolve, 7 to play, 7 DP. He has an inherited ability, so it only works when he's digivolved into one of these 2. During your turn, when this Digimon is blocked, you gain +3 memory, which is great because that means you can keep on playing, aiming after you attack. Then we got the Quadramon, which is the blocker. Which, by the way, the blocker, it has when attacking you lose 2 memories, so that's something to keep an eye out for. I usually like to use my Quadramons or my blockers with this ability as a final attack, because you know that your turn will pass or end when you do that, and it's not gonna affect you too much. Mostly because you can literally end the game with that. And by end the game, I mean once you get rid of all the security checks, you go ahead and can attack with Quadramon and it won't affect you. Then we got the Birdramon, which is the champion. Agumon with the ability that gives you plus 1000, and then Digimon, which is the vanilla. So let's go ahead and start. Now I believe this is freeform here. I can do it as I please. Yeah, they just give you some explanations here. The blue deck has Digimon with powerful effects that trash deal evolution cards. It also has effects that can be activated when your opponent Digimon have no Digivolution cards, so watch out for them as you play. Digimon in the breeding area aren't affected by effects. You can use this to your advantage to evolve into War Greymon, then go after a bunch of your opponent's security cards all at once. So they kind of want you to play that way. I might not. I like to draw my cards, so let's see. Victory condition. You win if you get rid of all the cards in your opponent's security stack and then successfully attack your opponent directly. Alright. And looks like the opponent's gonna start. Okay, so he's at 0, he gains +1. So he can play something else. Ooh, he just dropped an ultimate. Okay. So he gave me a lot of memory, which is great. I'm gonna bring out a Digitama. Okay, looks like there's more explanations here. The memory gauge. You use this to pay for the cost written on your card by moving the memory counter that many spaces toward your opponent's side. Your turn ends if the counter reaches your opponent's 1 or higher. So even at 0, we can still play. Okay. So we have an Agumon here, so I'm gonna play that. Mostly because I want his inherited ability. Every time we Digivolve, we get to draw a card. So the fact that he dropped that ultimate is kinda a threat because it's pretty strong. But it's fine, we can just keep Digivolving here. We can go into Champion. And draw a card. We can even go all the way to Ultimate, just because. And since I think he wants to attack me, I think I want to play the Starlight Explosion. So Starlight Explosion, its main effect is all of your security Digimon gets plus 7000 DP until the end of your opponent's next turn. So with that, I can guarantee or at least hope that he will not attack me, because that would mean he will be losing both of his Digimon if he attacks me with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that, and this will also end my turn because it will end up in my opponent's number 1 for the gauge, which is great because that means he only has 1 memory to play cards with. And that ends my turn. So he's gonna attack me regardless. So my Digimons, they get plus 7,000. So I'm gonna get a Birdramon with 12,000 and kill him. I noticed that he left his Gomamon in the breeding zone, so whatever. I was kind of hoping to kill both of them, but it's alright. So this is gonna be my breeding phase, where I'm gonna move my Digimon from the breeding area to the main zone, to the battle zone, and he gets all the bonuses from Agumon. Now I have plenty of memory gauge here, so I can Digivolve all the way to Mega. And since I have 4 Digivolutions, or 3 Digivolutions, well 4 because it also includes the Digitama, I get all of the abilities from War Greymon. So I get that security plus 2. He has no blocker, so I can just go straight for that. So let's go and attack real quick here. Also have 4,000. Ooh, nice. So he gains the 2 memory. He loses the Gabumon. And 1 more. He loses Ikakumon. So I destroyed 3 out of 5 in just that 1 hit, which was great. But due to the card that he pulled, I'm down to 0. So let's play one more card. In this case, I'm gonna play the Digimon, so I can only give him 2 memory rather than 3. So he's gonna use Sorrow Blue, which will freeze my Digimon, so my Digimon will not be able to attack next turn. If you use Sorrow Blue, you can also stop a blocker from blocking you. So he attacked me for 1, that's fine. Digimon can't attack, but I still get the triple security checks for my War Greymon. So now I got a blocker, which is great. I'm gonna bring out Agumon into Koromon, because it's a free to Digivolve, and you get a free card. I have 7 memory, so I can do so much with this. Let's well, before we de-evolve anything, let's attack. Let's attack the security, break all of that. So I'm not concerned about his Digimon right now, because as you can see, he has 2 Digimons, and then he has the 3rd Digimon, which will be Gomamon. So he can break all 3 of my security checks, but he will not be able to finish me off, unless he de-evolves into Metal Garurumon, which can attack twice. But for that, we have this Quartermon here to make sure that doesn't happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and de-evolve into my Biyamon into Quartermon. The main reason why I would do this is because I don't want Matt giving him that extra memory. No reason to do that. Up next, I'm gonna play Tai. Tai will give me plus 1000 on my turn. I will then play another Biyomon. Now Biyomon has no evolutions, that means the effect for Matt will work. But I have a Bergamon in my hand which I will play to make sure that does not happen. And I get to draw a card. In my opponent's turn. So he's gonna battle. I will allow that. I don't really care. Seeing how he did not brought the Gomamon, he's not gonna do what I thought he would do, which is just rush all his attacks towards me. So that's fine. I will take this. It's just Agumon. He's gonna attack again. That's fine. And he gave me another tie, so tie immediately gets activated. So now I have 2 ties for next turn. And he de-evolved into Grizzlymon, but it's in the breeding area, so he cannot block my attack even if he wanted to. So all the abilities get activated, such as the 1000 from Agumon, the double security checks for War Greymon, and the double tie for extra 1000s. So I'm getting 3000 boost. All my Digimon get plus 2000. I can bring out my Agumon here. So I'm down to 1 memory, but I have 4 Digimons that I can attack with. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish him off with War Greymon just because. This game. That's how you play the Digimon game. You got the Cossidus? Correct. I don't know, man. We got the blue deck. Cossidus blue? Half deck. I don't know. I'm probably butchering that, but who knows. So right now it's 5:10. That means 2 more hours before we get the re-release of the Digimon card game. Okay, let's try now the blue deck. So the blue deck is one that I really enjoy. Let's see here. So the blue deck is gonna come with 3 mats. Matt, his ability is at the start of your turn, if your opponent has a Digimon with no Digivolution cards, you gain 1 memory, which is great. So because this deck is gonna be getting rid of your opponent's Digivolutions, so they will always, well, not always, but most of the time they'll have Digimon with no Digivolution sources, and that gives you the extra memory at the start of your turn. Then we have Tsunamon. Tsunamon during your turn, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP when battling an opponent's Digimon that has no Digivolution cards. Again, since that's the whole theme of the deck, just making sure he has no Digivolutions, or just helping each other. Sorrow Blue. So this one has two effects. So the main effect is choose one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards. That's why he picked my Digimon last time. That Digimon can't attack or block until the end of your opponent's next turn. So it's a great card to stop your opponent from going at you just because they have no Digivolution sources. The other effect is when it breaks from the security, choose one of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards. That Digimon can't attack or block, so it has the same effect, but this is when it hits from the security. So if it hits from the security, it cannot stop one of your opponent's Digimon from attacking. Hammer Spark, the best card in the blue deck. This gives you plus 1 memory and it costs 0, so it's a free 1 memory. Also, if it's hit on the security, it gives you plus 2 memory, which helps to end the opponent's turn faster. Or just to get rid of his memory so he doesn't play anything on you. Then we got here Metal Garurumon. When attacking, once per turn, unsuspend this Digimon, so he gets to stand again and attack for a second time. Then we have the usual vanilla 2 cost, 12 DP, and cost 10 with no effect. And this is the level 6 Mega. The ultimate, where Garurumon costs 3 to Digivolve, costs 7 to play, and he has 7 DP. Let's see here. During your turn, this is a Digivolution effect only. During your turn, while your opponent has a Digimon with no Digivolution cards, this Digimon gains security attack plus 1, which is amazing. So you can do double damage just with this. Then we get the blockers, which is pretty much the same as the one that we have for Cordramon. Ikakumon, so just a Mega, oh not Mega, sorry, Champion. 5000 to Vanilla. And then we have the Gabumon, which is the main rookie. So he has a Digivolution effect, which is, or inherited effect. When attacking, trash the Digivolution card at the bottom of one of your opponent's Digimon with a level of 5 or less. So you want to have this on your Digimon and start attacking. Every time you attack, you want to cut down on their Digivolutions, and that's how the effects of Mat and all these other cards activate. So great card to have, and you don't want to get that killed. Then we have Gambamon, so cute here, playing with his Sandcastle. Vanilla, cost 2, 3000. Alright, so let's get to the match. We're gonna fight against yellow here. The yellow deck will use DP reducing effects against you. If one of your Digimon's DP is reduced to 0, they will be deleted. So be sure to make your plays fast and evolve your way to victory. Gabumon and Garurumon have inherited effects that can trash the Digivolution cards of your opponent's Digimon. Use them to give you an edge in battle. Yep. Victory conditions, you win if you get rid of all the cards in your opponent's security stack and then successfully attack your opponent directly. And your opponent starts again. Digitama into Rookie, draws a card. Rookie into Champion, draws a card, and it's my turn. So we're gonna bring out Digitama. Memory Gauge, yes, whatever. Let's bring out my Gabumon. Draw a card. So the only champion we have is this one. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and de-evolve into this Lemon here. Draw a card. And I'm gonna play a Matsushita. So what I'm gonna hope here for is that I will have more memory than my opponent by the time that it's my turn again. And we get another Matsushita, which is great. Now, he's got the points already evolved, so I do not get the ability for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring out my Grizzlymon. It's my turn here. I believe I have an ultimate here, so let's go into ultimate. Yes, I know. So normally you don't want to evolve your blocker, but in this case, the only champion I had, so I don't really care. I'm gonna de-evolve into ultimate, draw a card. So we got another champion here now, but that will be for later. So right now I want to go ahead and attack his. Let's attack his champion. Yeah, I have my ability, so I can get rid of one of his evolution sources. But not that it matters, he's dying completely. And before I end my turn, let's play a Gomamon. That way we can do the champion later. So just with that, I do feel the advantage. And if he dares play anything hardcast, I get extra 2 memory. And he hardcasted, so I do get the extra 2 memory. So I'm gonna have like 9 memory now. Plus 1, plus 1. Thank you. So breathing phase, we'll bring out another Tsunamon here. I have a Gomamon here. So I have so much memory, so let's just go ahead and de-evolve. It's free for the evolution, get it to draw a card. Just because I can, I'm gonna go ahead and go into my Mega. Draw a card. I get all of my effects, which is great. Another mat. But we're gonna slow down with the mats right now. Right now I want to play Kakumon. Actually, we could keep playing it just because. So I want to end my turn with this Grizzlymon just so I can stop one of his attacks later. Before doing that, I'm gonna probably play another. No. So this is what we're gonna do. I have the Sorrow Blue. Since he played Digimon with no de-evolution sources, I can play Sorrow Blue and freeze either of those two. Do I want to go into Ultimate though? Probably not. I don't have any other Megas right now. Okay, so let's go and attack now. I'm going to attack the security for 11. Once per turn, I'll suspend the Demon so I can suspend them. Ooh, I hate DK. So he didn't DK first. It's already really bad because all his security Digimon gets that plus 2,000. And I hate 2 of them, so that means all of his security Digimon get plus 4,000, which is horrible. Really bad, really bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and freeze this guy. So let's freeze Magnet Angemon, so he can't attack. And then we're gonna play the Grizzlymon. Give your opponent a little, yeah, so you don't want to give them too much memory, because then they have more plays to do. But seeing how he got the double TK, that is not good at all for me. So he went on to Ultimate. Okay. So whenever he attacks, he lowers one of my Demon's DP by 4,000. Luckily, all of them have more than 4,000, so I should be okay, except for my Metal Garurumon. Either way, he de-evolved and hardcast it, I think. Must have missed it. Where he lost his turn, or he passed turn after de-evolving or hardcasting here. So I get all of this memory, and I get to play again. So let's do some damage. So this is the fun part. I have 4 Digimons. He has 3 security checks, but I get to attack up to 5 times, as a matter of fact, because my Metal Garurumon gets to attack twice. So let's play with that. I'm gonna de-evolve here my champion into Ultimate. I get to draw a card. Ooh, amazing. So I get another Mega. Because why not? And I draw a card. Can we go into Champion here? Yep. And now we got the memory at 0. So now that I have all of these Digimons, I'm going to start attacking and hopefully get game here. So I'm going to go attack 1. He gets another DK. That's fine. Okay, so then I'm going to go with my Metal Garuru. And he gets to stand again, so I get to battle twice. Assuming he lives through this. And he doesn't. Yep. I kind of saw that coming. No problem. So I'm going to go ahead and attack with my Metal Garuru. Alright, so definitely going to survive that one. And I get to stand, so I get to battle again for game. Let's go. And I win. That's how you will play blue, you know, just as long as they have no de-evolution sources, blue just goes crazy. You got the Heaven's Yellow half deck. Which I still don't understand why they put Angemon there, but okay. I know he's like the mascot for TK and all that, but still. They should have put the big boy. Alright. So let's do yellow here. So let's look at the deck real quick. So we get 3 TKs, 4 Tsunamon. We get a Holy Flame, or 3 Holy Flames, 3 Heaven's Charms, 2 Seraphimons, 1 Magnadramon, 4 Magna Angemons, 3 Uniomon, or Unimon, 3 Gatomons, 3 Patamons, and 3 Salamons. So DK, you saw it earlier, the more that you play with him, the more you get 2000 DP for your Digimons in the security. Pokemon, your turn. Or during your turn, once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon is deleted by dropping into 0 DP, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. I rarely use this ability, but once you have the Seraphimon, you'll see this ability being really useful. Holy Flame. So it has 2 effects. It has a security effect and a main effect. The main effect says one of your opponent's Digimon gains security attack -3. That means that they do 0 damage if they attack you directly. Great. And then the security effect, all of your opponent's Digimon gain security attack -1. So that's good. If you break this through the security, then you can stop pretty much most of the attacks unless they have a +1. Heaven's Charm. During your his main effect, one of your opponent's Digimon gets -2000 DP for the turn. And the security effect, add this card to the owner's hand. So let's look at the big boss. So Seraphimon, evolution cost 4, hard cost will be 12, and then he has 10 DP, which is kind of low for a Mega, but his ability is when attacking, one of your opponent's Digimon gets -4000 DP for the turn. So you can go ahead and hit somebody bigger than you and make them weak. Then we have Magnadramon, which is the vanilla, cost 2, 12,000 DP, and cost 10. Magna Angemon, which is the ultimate, cost 3, 7, 7, or cost 7 and then 7 DP. When attacking, one of your opponent's Digimon gets -1000 DP for the turn. So similar to that of Seraphimon, except his effect only works as a de-evolution, while Seraphimon's effect works by himself. Unimon, which is just your typical blocker, but in yellow. Gatomon, vanilla level 2 with 5000 DP. Patamon is a rookie, cost 0 to de-evolve and cost 3 to play, and has 1000 DP, but his ability says during your turn, once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon is deleted by dropping 0 DP, you gain 1 memory. So it's kind of similar to that of Tsunamon, as that you get the extra memory so you can keep on playing. And then you get the Salamon, which is the vanilla rookie, cost 0 to de-evolve, cost 2 to play, 3000 DP. Alright, so let's get started. Battle start. The red deck has strong security attacks, but only when its Digimon have Digivolve. So use cards that can decrease their DP like Angemon, Seraphimon, or Heaven's Charm to reduce their DP to 0, and delete them before they get the chance. Alright. Victory condition same as always. So looks like I start this time. Now with the memory gauge. So since I start, the game's kinda different in this case, because you're the first player to give away memory to the opponent, so you don't want to do that too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and deal here for a cost of 0. I get to draw a card. Now I can either play this rookie level 2 or go into champion for 2. So in this case, I'm gonna go into champion for 2. Since I already have a full line in my hand, I just want to evolve as fast as I can, bring out my big boss. Because the good thing about him is that he drops 4000 DP every time he attacks, and that's gonna be really, really helpful. So another thing with yellow is that you are not scared of getting your security checks from the opponent. I'm gonna go ahead and play Gatomon. Yellow has a lot of recovery cards, usually in set 1.0, such as a different Angemon that gives you more of this. Also in the actual starter deck for the yellow, you get a Angel Woman who gives you +1 security if you are 3 or less. So I moved the champion here. He didn't play anything other than the ties, which is kind of bad seeing what he wants to do. So I'm just gonna keep on evolving right now rather than attacking. And I'm gonna give him only 1 memory. So the thing with yellow is that you need to be more tactical against who you play, because unlike other colors, red is very aggro, blue is kind of aggro in the form of getting rid of your Digivolution sources. But with yellow, you need to be super tactical to play around all of that. So let's play some rookies here to get 1 more Patamon. Yeah, I like to play my inherited rookies with my inherit Digitamas here. So I got 4 memory. I can go all the way into the big boy. And so he has a blocker, he's probably gonna try to block my attack, which I don't mind, since he's gonna die anyways. But I can also drop his power. Okay, so I just drew a TK, which is a lot more important to me right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and attack. Ability activates, he loses 1000 DP. And then for Angemon. And then the ability for Seraphimon, he loses 4000 DP. Had he lost the 1000 DP extra, I would have activated both of my abilities for my in-training Digimon and for my rookie. But that didn't happen, which is fine. I'm gonna go ahead and play TK here. I like to play my TKs real fast, because that means my Digimons get stronger and he will take some real damage and lose his Digimon. Now I doubt he's gonna attack with his blocker, but we'll see what it's gonna do. So Digivolves into Biyamon, into Bergermon. Oh, all the way up to Ultimate, nice. And he ends his turn, so it's my go again. I'm gonna bring out here Gatomon. I don't think I got a Gatomon here. Oh, well, I got a blocker too, but I don't think it matters right now. I don't think it matters right now, so I'm gonna keep the blocker in my hand and I'm just gonna keep Digivolving. Get me some cards. Nice. Okay, so can't do this play right now, but actually we can. So check this out. I'm gonna go ahead and attack with my Seraphimon. So all the abilities activate, so he loses 1000 from Magna Digimon. He loses 4000 from Seraphimon. And he pops the card that gives him 7000 to all of his other Digimon. Which is fine. I'm gonna play something else here. So this is where the memory kind of it gets tricky. So I'm gonna play Heaven's Charm, which costs 2. That means it's gonna drop me to the 1 of the opponent. But when I play Heaven's Charm, it says main, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000 DP for the turn. That means his Digimon that only has 1000 DP is gonna die, gonna go to the trash. And then my ability from let's see. Here, from Patamon, will activate. Once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon is deleted by dropping to 0 DP, gain 1 memory. And that will make it my turn again. I think we should have another inherited effect. Is there a way that I can see my evolutions? Huh. So I'm supposed to also have the ability of... Oh, here it is. So, yeah, I also get the Tokumon effect, which is once per turn when your opponent's Digimon is deleted by dropping to 0 DP, the Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. Not that that one matters, because I already attacked, but that's another effect that I would have popped off as well. So let's see if that's true. So I'm going to go ahead and play Heaven's Charm. Drops me to the opponent's turn, but I'm going to pop this. And then ability activates, and it goes back to my turn. Because we're at 0. And I popped another effect, which is that of my Gatomon. So I get 2 because I also have another Tokumon on on Gatomon. So I'm all the way up to 1. So it's still my turn, and I got rid of his blocker. That's when playing with the memory, it's kind of tricky and fun. I don't know if I want to de-evolve here or just attack. I kind of want to de-evolve into Magna Digimon. This will give him leave him at 2. Just I don't want to play a demon that I know he's gonna kill. So I'm thinking of playing my blocker. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and attack directly. Alright, so he didn't pull out a demon, so that's great. But I'm gonna go ahead and play a blocker now. Yes, this will give him a lot of memory, but at least I can protect my Seraphimon. Alright, let's see how this goes. So he gets plus 2000 DP this turn with all of his Digimon. But all of my Digimon get plus 2000 DP as well, so I don't care. It makes no difference. So he goes into Homon, which is 12,000, the vanilla. He gets the 2000 DP boost plus some other boost there, I believe from Agumon. So he's gonna attack me directly. This is an attack I do not want to take because I broke his one of his cards that gives him that extra damage. So I'm gonna go ahead and block this. Yeah, he gets that. Oh, he gets the +3 memory because I blocked it. That's okay. I don't mind. He brought out the blocker. Okay. My turn. So breeding. Let's see what other crazy shenanigans we can do with this one. Like yellow is such a fun deck to play because it just plays with numbers. Lots of number plays here. Let's go into Patamon. Just in case we pull off another one of those. Let's see here. I know he has the blocker, so even if I attack, it's probably just gonna stop that. So I will not be able to kill his Digimon. But it will get rid of his blocker, so that would be great. I just wish he had another blocker. Let's see here. I can de-evolve into Gatomon and hope I get a blocker. There it is. Perfect. Alright, so let's do this. So I'm gonna go ahead and attack his Phoenixmon. He's probably gonna block this. Let me drop the... Should I drop that? Because I could pull off my effect if I drop all his ability, his DP down to 0. But I don't have any cards that can do that right now on my side. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this for now. Are you gonna block? He did not block. Okay, so you're kind of smart. I should have dropped his DP on his card, but that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and play... Well, since he's a blocker, I don't think he's gonna attack, so I'm gonna go ahead and play another TK. So yeah, I'm kind of playing it safe here. Although he really has no threat against me. I'm still at 5 security check, so I have no reason to play it so defensively. But I do want to play around using my Seraphimon's effect more. See how much damage we can cause. So it's gonna go into ultimate. He's probably gonna kill my Mega here. But since he's de-evolved, you lose your turn. Great. I'm gonna call in my next Gatomon. And this should be game. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead. Let's attack with Gatomon. It's an Agumon. I'm stronger. Let's go with Gatomon again. Gatomon dies. Yeah. And then we finish him off with Seraphimon. I get to drop his DP by 5,000. And that's game. That's how you play yellow. Alright, and that is the end of the Digimon card game tutorial app. I showcased all the half decks. These are the 3 starter decks that you do get to purchase today on the pre-sale. But they will have obviously more cards because this is just half of the deck. There's also the set 1.0 special booster that's coming out. And that one will have plenty of cards for you to upgrade your deck with. Which, by the way, don't forget, if you purchase one of the starter decks, they do come with a booster pack. So that you'll get that upgrade for free there. Alright, so right now it's 5:38. Still an hour and 30 minutes for my shop to open, the OGS. Looking forward to starting this game. I'll be streaming later today at 6 p.m. for the deck battle and for some deck box opening. For the booster box opening as well. Alright, thank you for watching.